You see weekly team sync pop up on your calendar and your soul dies a little. Here's why. Your 1-hour meeting is about to become a 2-hour nightmare because of the same 7 people who show up to every meeting everywhere. I guarantee you're already picturing someone right now. Well, today we're calling them out. First to join is the person who is losing a one-on-one battle with their own computer, the glitch. This person's internet connection is powered by a potato and a dream, and it shows. Their performance starts with the traditional mute button, fight. You see their mouth moving, probably saying something very important, but you hear nothing, absolutely nothing. The chat window slowly fills with gentle, helpful messages. Dave, you're on mute. We can't hear you, Dave. Dave, please. Once Dave figures out his microphone, which now makes him sound like he's broadcasting from a submarine, his war with the camera begins. First, you get the nostril cam, a terrifyingly intimate view you never asked for. Then he'll adjust it to the classic forehead cam, where you see nothing but his hairline and a ceiling fan. But the glitch's greatest hit is the virtual background fail. They want to look professional, sitting in front of a fake, blurry office. Instead, the background keeps eating parts of them. Their ear will vanish. Their hand will disappear mid-gesture. They become a floating talking head with a chunk of their hair missing, smiling politely as if everything is normal. And finally, the grand finale, the freeze. Right in the middle of a sentence, their video will lock into the most awkward expression possible. Mouth half open, eyes looking in 2 different directions, and they stay that way for 5 solid minutes, while everyone else on the call pretends not to be staring. Next to arrive is the human golden retriever, the person who drank 3 energy drinks and now sees every meeting as their personal Super Bowl, the hype machine. For them, there are no small wins, there are only world-changing victories. Did Sarah from marketing spell everyone's name right in the company newsletter? The hype machine reacts like she just single-handedly saved the company from bankruptcy. Sarah, yes! Oh my gosh, look at that subject line. Flawless execution. You are an absolute rock star. Let's go, team. The chat fills with their personal emoji fireworks show. You can't bring this person a problem. It's impossible. If you say, hey, our main server is on fire, the hype machine will say, what a fantastic opportunity for us to explore cloud-based solutions. This is huge, people. They are a walking, talking motivational poster, and frankly, it's exhausting. You're just trying to get through Tuesday, and they're a lot. Now we meet the master of digital camouflage, the person who is physically present but mentally on a beach in Tahiti, the Phantom. Their one and only goal is to survive the meeting without anyone realizing they haven't heard a single word. Their main weapon is the thoughtful nod. A new sales strategy is announced? Thoughtful nod. The company is merging with a rival? Thoughtful nod. The presenter accidentally calls their boss Mom? Thoughtful nod. It is their all-purpose tool for faking engagement. Of course, the reason they can nod so thoughtfully is because they are not listening. At all. They're on their other monitor, paying their electricity bill, scrolling through Instagram, or falling down a deep Wikipedia hole about the history of garden gnomes. Their moment of pure, undiluted terror comes when someone says the 7 most horrifying words in the English language. Mark. What are your thoughts on that? You can see the panic in their eyes. The frantic internal monologue of, oh no. What were we talking about? Money? Deadlines? Is it Friday? They quickly scan the chat for clues before delivering their go-to line. Yeah, that's a great point. I was just thinking the same thing. You really nailed it. Nothing to add. And with that, they vanish back into the shadows, their heart rate slowly returning to normal. And then, here comes the person who sees the phrase professional boundaries as a light suggestion. Meet the oversharer. This person treats a work meeting like their own personal podcast, and everyone else is a forced subscriber. They can take any work-related topic and somehow connect it to the most uncomfortably personal story you've ever heard. Presenter. Okay, so the deadline for the Q3 report is October 30th. The oversharer. October! Wow, my weird rash always flares up in October. My doctor says it might be stress-related, which makes sense because that month has such bad energy for me. Anyway, here's a picture of the rash. Everyone on the call suddenly develops the exact same hostage smile. It's a look that says, I am trapped. I cannot leave. Please send help. When the oversharer asks you, hey, how are you? It's not a question. It's a trap. They're just reloading. You'll learn about their messy divorce, their cousin's questionable life choices, and the intimate details of their dog's digestive health. It's awkward, it's horrifying, and it's in every single meeting. After that, here comes the noise box. They are defined not by what they say, but by the hurricane of noise that erupts from their microphone. The noise box thinks the mute button is decoration. Their show usually opens with a food segment. They will decide that this presentation is the perfect time to eat the loudest snack on planet Earth. You'll hear the seismic crunch of baby carrots, the wet, sloppy chewing of an apple, and the deafening crinkle of a chip bag being opened directly next to their microphone. Then comes the, I forgot I wasn't muted monologue. You'll hear them having a full conversation with someone else in their house. No, I'm not paying attention. This meeting is pointless. Or they'll start arguing with their dog. Who's a bad boy? You are. Yes, you are. And finally, the grand finale, the mystery noise. Is that a vacuum cleaner? A fire truck? Is someone operating a jackhammer in their living room? You don't know, but it's loud, and it always starts the exact moment your boss starts talking about a reduction of personnel. And now, there comes the person who might not even be a person at all. The void. Camera off, microphone off. They exist only as a black box with their name on it. Who is Jessica? What is she doing? Is she even there? Is she on a treadmill, taking a nap? Is Jessica just an iPad propped up on the kitchen counter while the real Jessica is out running errands? It is the single greatest mystery of modern work. The void contributes nothing. They react to nothing. For 58 minutes, they are just a silent, judgmental rectangle. But then, once per meeting, just to confirm they are a living, sentient being, the void will speak. Actually, that entire strategy is flawed because it doesn't account for the new tax laws in Brazil. We should pivot. And then, silence. The black box goes dark. Jessica has spoken. Her one perfect, devastatingly smart contribution has been made. She will now return to the shadows from where she came, not to be heard from again until next month. Finally, the hero we don't deserve. This person is trying so hard to be professional, but they are constantly being sabotaged by their much cuter, much more chaotic coworker, their pet. This is the Zookeeper. The meeting will be chugging along, and then a new guest will arrive. A cat's tail will slowly slide into the frame. A dog's wet nose will suddenly press against the camera lens. This person's life is a constant battle against their own pets. They spend half the meeting trying to have a serious conversation while their cat walks back and forth, occasionally standing with its butt pointed directly at the camera. So, the financial projections are looking quite strong for Q4. Get down, Mittens. No, that's not a toy. We're expecting a 15% increase in... Mittens, please? Stop licking the screen. Honestly, this person is providing the only good content in the entire meeting. While everyone else talks about spreadsheets, we're just watching the tiny drama unfold in their little box. We salute you, Zookeeper. You and your furry little agents are the only reason we're still awake. So there you have it, the glitch, the hype machine, the phantom, the oversharer, the noise box, the void, and the Zookeeper. The 7 dysfunctional characters of every meeting. So the big question is, which one drives you the most insane? Go to the comments and tell me which character you see the most, or which one you've accidentally become during a really long meeting. I promise I won't tell HR. Thanks for watching.